Hello guys, today we're going to be looking at a simple tutorial for Rise of Nations, and I might have made this for my friends that I want to play Rise of Nations with, but this is a very basic tutorial on how to play as your favorite country and how to dominate as a country. So, first things first, you start off by picking a pretty powerful country. Now, the countries like the USA, China, and India require XP. I don't have much XP to play as, while some other countries like Russia, Mexico, Germany, South Korea, Turkey, Japan, all those countries don't. Every other country besides the countries I mentioned, you can play as. So countries that are pretty powerful are obvious choices. For my opinion, good country choices are France, Germany, the United Kingdom, Russia, I believe even Ukraine, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Turkey. I'm not sure if Israel is, and Iran, and all these featured ones right here: Indonesia, Nigeria, Pakistan, Brazil. Today I'm going to be playing as Germany. So, as you see when you start off, I have 90,000 troops right here. That count right there, that is the amount of troops you have. That count right there is the amount of troops you have. These red dots and squares right here can be clicked on, and these are cities, and these are different places you can make infantry or whatever you want. So what you want to do is for the first step, you can click on one of your cities and click on units and click on infantry. I'm gonna make about 20,000. I'm gonna make about 20,000. This is 10,000 per infantry right here, and this costs money to make infantry, and it takes up a certain amount of manpower. So creating that many soldiers at one time is not a good choice because it takes up mass amounts of manpower. So the next step is that if you want to attack a country, for instance, I'm going to do Austria. Click on one of Austria's cities, right here, and click on their flag, right here. Right here, and then you're going to justify war goal, click conquest, and justify war. And if you want, you can click on this arrow right here, and it'll show you when the justification is going to be finished. If you want, you can look around the world and look at different countries' statistics. And then, obviously, you can look at yourself by clicking out your own flag right here. Right here, I can go to ideologies, and if I want to change to socialism, I believe it should work. Socialism. Try communism. It's not working right now. If it worked, for some reason it's not. I don't have enough political power, but it would change to the German Democratic Republic flag. So the next step after the Austrian done, I recommend investing in factories. Investing in factories. So select the city and click on buildings right here. Buildings. And then definitely maybe invest in a recruitment center, but right here I'm going to invest in a motor factory. And to keep that motor factory up, it requires steel and tungsten, and it produces, in return for that, motor parts. So after making a motor factory there, you want to keep that up. We can go on our country and then resources and trade, and then we can buy tungsten from another country. It doesn't matter how much. I'm going to do 100. And then I'm going to do steel, which no one has, believe it or not. So you can make a steel. So now we can declare war on Austria since our justification's finished. We click on their flag. Declare war, conquest. Here. How to invade a country. So there's forming lines. Very good scenario. So click on one of your infantry divisions. Turn auto merge off. This is for line forming. Doesn't matter for anything else. Click auto merge off. And then you're going to hold down on the left shift button. And then you're going to click into the different parts you want to place the lines of troops. After that, you're going to click form line. And then your troops are going to form a line along where you want it to. Right now my factory is not doing very well, but now I have a certain amount. I can make tanks actually now. I don't have enough steel in that population. So right here, Now, to select multiple troops, I can take my cursor and I can go select all these troops right here. And then I can put auto capture. I can put capture all or Austria. Right now I'm going to put capture all. Capture all is good if you're in a large scale war. And right now I'm actually going to send my large amount of troops to the capital to fight that 20,000 Austrian resistance. And right here they'll slowly take over the country. And another thing while I'm waiting right here, I can click on my country and I can look at the different modifiers or the things I can do. And this is what I can reunite. Different countries have different things for different decisions. For Germany, I can do the German Empire. I can do the Charles Empire, and for every European country you can unite Europe, which takes a while, but it can be done. I'm probably going to send these guys, right, to the capital, because that's the most amount of troops. And these troops, they will slowly take over. And if you hover over with your cursor, you can see... Oh, we took Vienna. Perfect. You can see the different... regions. Perfect. Austria has collapsed. And then you can train these guys, especially. Start training right here. You can even right-click, and then... I know there's mountains around in Europe. You can click a mountain, and now they're going to start training. Perfect. And if you want to click off of an infantry, you made a mistake, Control Z. So now we've taken over Austria. We can click on this flag right here, because this is a German-Austrian annexation war. Annex the cities. You don't need to click select cities, because we already took Austria. It automatically gives up all the cities occupied by us. Seize state treasure. You can do however much as I want. In this instance, I'm going to set to 75. It should already be, and then you're going to do seize state resources. All the way up. Demand war reparations. I usually put it all the way up, and then as much as possible. This kind of makes them unrestful, but it's a good way to get lots of resources. So now, and they can declare independence at any time, which is why I recommend clicking on the technology available. Now we have technological improvements, and over time you can invest in research improvements, and you can improve theoretical nuclear research, and this is how you get nukes eventually. Right here is making it all the way up. Right now I'm going to click on research improvements. If I want to make these people more happy, I could go to political and then national unity, but it doesn't have to. And that's basically how to invade. To form a line, once again, very important, make sure auto merge is off. Hold down on shift and go to different spots. Form a line. Perfect. Don't have to do it every time. If you don't want to, that's fine. Perfect. But now we took over Austria. We have the control. And if we hover over the reunite, we can see what countries need to be taken to reform this. For example, Charles the Great's empire. We need to take over Austria, Belgium, France, Italy, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Slovenia, Switzerland. So now we have Austria, I believe right here. Perfect. And then you can go around to the different countries you'd like to invade. Building navies. So this is canals right here, those yellow squares, and you can take control of canals. So basically, you can go to one that has a little anchor of a port, and you can start building. It requires certain amounts of things, certain amounts of... I can just build a submarine because it just requires oil. I have some oil from the Austria that we just took over, and we already have a lot of oil. Battleships right here, it requires steel to create a battleship. And the navies are very, very important to sending troops to other countries that you're fighting. Now, if you're just in an NPC server alone, no countries are going to attack you. But if you're playing on a public server, or if you're playing with other people in the private server, there's a chance that you're going to be attacked or you're going to be dragged into a war. So that's what basically happens. There's my submarine. I can set it around and everything's okay. So that's basically the basics. Air Force has to have an airport. That little thing right there. Berlin has an airport. Units, I can choose the one I want to use. I could use a bomber, which requires units of aircraft parts. So you can create whatever city you want to, an aircraft factory, an aircraft manufacturing, which also requires aluminum, chromium, and titanium. and you might want to go out and get those materials so your factories aren't in deficit, like this one right here you can see. So what to do when you see tiny countries you want to invade, like these, and you can't click on it because there's infantry? Well, there's a choice. You can hold down on control to select the cities that you'd like, which sometimes doesn't work, or you can zoom in as much as possible right here, and then click on there, and then do whatever you want. Right here, I also, on cities, if you want to select multiple cities to make multiple units of infantry at the same time, which is very helpful, hold down on the left control button. So normally normal would be selecting infantry and units like that. Control Z to click off them, by the way. Selecting cities does not select infantry, and look, I select the cities right here. These are all German cities. See, it doesn't select the infantry. So now it selects 10 cities, and now I have infantry. And I can make tanks and anti-aircraft, artillery, and all this stuff. It's very interesting. You can see the resources, interesting. And you can move your capital, too. If it's necessary, you can move your capital. And that's basically what you can do. You can definitely see your resources right here. You can definitely see capture zones and see map modes. It's a very interesting game, and I hope you very much enjoy it. This is just my taking over of Austria. Now, the thing is, if you do leave, it will not save on a private server, unless, of course, the admin, the owner of the server, is there. He can save the map, and everything's going to be okay with that. But it will not save on a public server unless you rejoin that public server and you're hoping that the people are still playing on the public server. It will disappear after no one's on it and your progress will be erased. But if it's still there, then keep playing. And playing on public servers, very interesting. There's a chat right here. You can say whatever you want. But that's interesting right there. And you can choose any country. Some countries are more powerful than others. But this is basically a basic tutorial on how to play. I can select multiple cities right here, holding on control. And now I can click units, and there'll be 10,000 troops placed in all these cities by February 14th, which is going to be really quick, right here. Now we have all of these, and if I were to invade Poland, I could actually put these guys off of auto merge and then make a line, of course, like wherever I wanted to. If you'd like them to merge together to make one gigantic unit, that's perfect. And if you'd like them to merge them together not to, so they can just form a line and go individually, that's also perfect. But at all points you can turn the auto merge off. So that is a basic tutorial on how to play the game. Any more questions, I will make a brief tutorial about. But that is how you play the basic Rise of Nations game. So, thank you for watching, and have a great day.